One day, they will all come to my funeral just to make sure that I stay dead, but today is not that day.
Jon Moxley shocked the wrestling world when he emerged out of the crowd last May at Double or Nothing.
Good God Almighty, the roof just came off! Jon Moxley! With a twinkle in his eye, and Jericho is pissed.
My name is Jon Moxley, and I am on a mission.
One of the most unpredictable and actually scariest men I've seen in a long, long time.
This Saturday, the main event pits AEW World Champion Chris Jericho against the unpredictable Jon Moxley, as we find out who will lead the next chapter of the Revolution.
I am Chris Jericho, and I am le champion of AEW.
There's one thing you have to understand about Chris Jericho. I am not a one-trick pony. I'm good at almost everything that I do, but what I am best at is pro wrestling.
He's under 6 feet tall, and he's been told all his life, you're too short, you're too small, you're too this, or whatever. And now he's as good as anybody in the world. Anybody.
Chris Jericho is professional wrestling.
Chris Jericho is a legend, but he's a legend that has a lot of gas left in the tank.
This is the dude that I want as the face of my company. This is the dude that I want to travel the world carrying the company on his back.
Jericho's got a magnificently enhanced ego. He likes it that way. He feeds his own skill set by his ego.
Chris Jericho has been in the game for about 3 decades. I grew up watching this guy. I know for a guy like that we need to step our game up a little bit, not just when it comes to strength and conditioning, but when it comes to the quality of training that we're putting into our techniques and also the quality of our training partners.
I mean, for me, it's about being prepared, so I go to the best minds I can find to sharpen every tool in my toolbox. My boy, Coach Gil, the guy who pushed me to get in better shape than I've ever been this summer.
Gil Gargano, what a piece of He needs to mind his own business. I'd like to see Gil Gargano right now and punch him in his mouth. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't make a difference.
Jericho says it doesn't matter who we train with, doesn't matter who we bring in. Well, I think it does matter, especially when the guys that we bring in are some of the best to ever do it.
Comes in to get your feet, you should be moving your feet and using, yes, pummeling with your feet. That's those intelligent feet I'm talking about. Obviously, Chris Jericho's had a lot of success with the walls of Jericho, which is a double leg lock, kind of a Boston Crab position where you're isolating guys' hips and back and putting a lot of pressure on them there. He's submitted a lot of guys with that. It's a real technique. It comes from catch wrestling, and we're definitely going to work on those situations with Jon.
Invert, tuck, roll. Nice. Good, perfect.
Randy Couture's freaking Captain America. He knows a counter for every single hold of every single style of grappling that there is.
Shoot that leg through. Oh, there, right there. Now back. There, look at that. You isolated.
So if he's here.
Step in front, there you go. Nice. Now we're in that cow-catching position. Jon has that ability to think. As we're talking and going through technique, I can see the wheels turning in his head. He's definitely a student of the game, and I think the guys that are students of the game are the ones that are going to be successful for a long time. Anticipating, you know what's coming. Yes! There's your suplex right there.
I could beat the crap out of every single one of those guys, and I probably have in a bar fight in Vegas that I can't even remember. I think I knocked Randy Couture out once at the Palms. Look it up, Google it. You'll probably see it. It's on TMZ. Knocked him flat out on his ass. Stupid bald idiot with a big giant head.
Anybody out there who's listening in AEW, just say the word, and I'd be happy to let you know exactly where you stand on the food chain.
Jon Moxley is on a collision course with Le Champion.
Moxley, you made a big, big, big mistake. And I am not gonna forget what you did.
$750,000 car! I want it back!
He basically stole it from us. The fire and the desire for revenge is burning inside of me.
Jericho loves to talk. All the talk in the world cannot help you when that bell rings. It's over.
Don't think for a moment that it's going to be just Chris Jericho going up against Jon Moxley, and no one's going to get involved. Everybody's going to get involved.
I think some way, somehow, Jericho is going to be celebrating La Champion with a little bit of the bubbly.
Not only is the World Championship on the line, not only is revenge on the line, the future of AEW is on the line.
I once again am the best in the world. Nobody can touch me. Nobody.
This issue has exploded before us. Here we go, boys.
Like a smart veteran, like a lion in the jungle, I have finally trapped my prey in the ring on February 29th. Moxley versus Jericho for the AEW Championship. It's the biggest match of the year.
Through every obstacle, with every setback, with every new scar on my body, I continue to move forward, blazing a trail to the top of the hill until I am the last man standing.
And the fight is on! This is sick!
I'm a wildfire burning across the countryside. I am napalm death. I will get you eventually.